At 8,015 pounds, a new breed of Rockwood Windjammer is slipping in here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. If you'd like to see if we have one of these in stock and available, all you need to do is visit the link in our video description that says check for price and availability, or you're welcome to give our team a call here. And remember that the one that we're looking at here in this video may not necessarily be the 3029V Windjammer here at Haylett RV. It's just one of the ones that has been here. So if you've been following the Rockwood family for a little while now, you're going to notice a couple little interesting things here. I mentioned this is the 3029V, not the 3029W. The entire Windjammer family, at the time of this filming anyway, has just recently been completely overhauled. So everything has really changed here. There used to be the Ultra V, and then there was the proper Windjammer. The Ultra V was built to the specs of a Rockwood Ultra, as the name implied, and then the Windjammer was built with the same equipment package as a Rockwood Signature. The family has merged. They're all now built to the specs of a Rockwood Ultra, but they maintain the name Windjammer. Most of the floor plans have been maintained, although ones like this have been sometimes significantly revised. You won't notice much different on the outside here other than the inclusion of an outside kitchen not found on the 3029W. You'll notice some pretty significant changes on the interior layout, however. It's still all aluminum framed, all vacuum laminated with the exception of the floor, which is still 2x3 inch aluminum studs set longitudinally down the trailer so you can have like heat runs through the floor with tongue and groove plywood floor decking, heavy duty luxury fifth wheel floor construction. What the reason for the change? Why did they do it? You're gonna ask, and that's a first question I had. They were finding that, you know, the whole point of the V-nose trailer with the upgraded suspension on the Rockwoods that I'll get to in a minute is for towability. But when they made the proper Windjammers bigger, heavier, more expensive, they were losing their towability. So people, you know, the segment was just not performing as well as they wanted it to. But they were finding that the smaller Ultra V floor plans were getting the job done. So they just kind of restructured everything back to where it kind of zeroes in on the proper market segment, and they went back to town. Now, not everyone's going to be pleased by that, but I think more will than not. A couple little updates, too, like your new Rockwood Power Tongue Jack is the new Smart Jack system here from LCI. It's basically kind of like a fifth wheel auto leveling system. The front power tongue jack on this has programmable hitch height memory. So when you are getting ready to hook up to this, or when you're getting ready to break camp, you can push a button and it'll, you know, raise, lower. Don't ask me to repeat those sounds. It'll raise or lower the tongue as required so that you can back right under it and hitch right up, no sweat. Now, cool thing about the way that they've done the V-noses here on the Rockwoods at Haylett RV is that your V-nose section is actually just built right over the tongue of the trailer. So what they're really doing is they're enclosing the propane connections and whatnot up here, and as a result, you get that nice wind-cutting front end. Now, all of your exterior compartment doors are magnet latches. Your like actual baggage compartment, like you see here on the under the bed slide of this, they have the nicer magnet latches with the slam latches also included. But when you look under here, this is a very good way to get to see how Rockwoods are actually built under the skin. And you're going to see that they are all aluminum skeletoned inside. This is not designed to be the less expensive lightweight. This is designed to be the luxury retirement grade type product, the last RV you're ever going to own, you know, to stay light, to stay strong, to stay held together over time. Now, I mentioned the suspension system. Rockwood uses the most expensive suspension out there. It is an independent torsion axle suspension. You have four-wheel independent suspension. This is not a bouncy leaf spring. It's a four-wheel independent torsion axle system. You're looking at about $500 more per axle there. But the ride, the response, the turning radius on this is something that people really like. Now, you know, 8,015 pounds. You're going to say, well, I don't know, isn't that still kind of heavy for a lightweight? I don't know. Compare that to a non-ultralight triple slide like this. I mean, a full bedroom slide, dual opposing living room slides. This is a fifth wheel floor plan that could easily be 10, 11,000 pounds here in an 8,000 pound, potentially half-ton towable travel trailer. If you're curious about your vehicle's capacities, we can help. Haylett RV only does everything, including hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, and everything in between. We are towing specialists. We also have a full set of parts and service guys, so whether you're looking for something like, you know, portable solar panels, like you can see right here, if you're looking for, you know, the, backup cameras, the observation cameras, we can do all that. Now this has a zero flex walk-on roof. If you want to get up there, do all your seasonal maintenance and upkeep, you can. And sometime last year-ish, last season, Rockwood switched over from like a rubberized roofing to a pliable PVC, and I'm really excited about that because I've seen this stuff has been in the market for a little while now. It only seems to be typically found on your more high-end brands such as the Rockwoods here at Haylett's. Not that other brands aren't good, don't get me wrong. Every brand is something better than someone else. Like a Coachman Freedom Express, especially in the Liberty Edition that we carry here, they are fancy, shiny, and jazzy. They're loaded up. Winnebagos, Highland Ridge Ultralites, those things are some pretty high-end pieces. But we also carry like budget, affordable, but well-built lightweights like the Keystone Passport, the Coachman Apex, and you know, your Jaycos are still always the gold standard with their 2-year warranty. They all have different advantages. So that's why I like to focus on what makes each of them the best, like the Rockwood here. All LED lighting is something I like to point out because that's not standard across the board in the business. So not just LED taillights, but markers as well. So that longevity, that reliability, that lack of maintenance is there. Built-in reduced maintenance. Now you may have noticed we've got twin power awnings on this so that you've got some very respectable patio space out here. You know, you can pop one out, the other out. They both have full-length LED lighting at the base of the awning, so you do not need the awning open to utilize that. And this is one of the major changes over the 3029W. They flipped the entertainment center and the dining situation, and they actually extended the slide a little bit. So this actually has bigger slides than the 3029W, even though it's technically in a smaller profile trailer. What that allowed for is the inclusion of a full outdoor kitchen in a couples camping ultralight, which is something that is a tricky thing to find. It's not impossible, but notice too, Rockwood uses the bigger stuff, like the bigger outside refrigerator. They leave a nice little appliance pocket over here in case you want to add anything, phone chargers even. They're using the nicer non-wooden formed countertops that like hammered aluminum tin, whatever it is. The stovetop on this actually swings out, and you'll see there's a strut arm that holds it in place. So if it's a little windy or if someone bumps it, it's not going to bend and wiggle, it's not going to move out of place, and it's not going to accidentally drop all your food on the floor, or if you got like a boiling pot of water in there and somebody pushes it in, it won't knock the pot of water off because it's going to hold itself in place. People are like, what is that? Well, it's radio antenna, you know. It's simple, it's not fancy, but it works extremely well. It's one of those things where it works so well that they never had to change it. I do like these nicer plank aluminum entry steps we find on the Rockwoods here at Haylett RV. They have a lighter, brighter look to them. They're lighter weight than some of the steel steps. They also are not going to have some corrosion issues like older steel steps can, though that's a pretty uncommon thing. But my favorite part about them is they're not slippery when wet. That is one of my favorite aspects of these. Rockwoods have a wider 30-inch entry door, and it is an anti-slam friction door with adjustable hinges. You can actually adjust the tension on that up or down. And to the right here, where you see that baggage compartment, just an extra little exterior utility area, you find two things. This is like your tailgate station. You've got your full outside grill mount area right here, which that is outside kitchen models from Rockwoods are now seeming to include the outside grill without having to option that in. That is cool, but little things like that change through the year from season to season. Again, always visit our website or call our team at Haylett RV to see exactly what we have, and you will find on our website we do clearly publish fair market pricing, and we do not engage in the practice of hidden dealer fees at Haylett RV. Give our guys a call and we can give you a full explanation of everything that means, because that's a whole video in and of itself. So this is a little pocket of storage below the bedroom dresser. It's like down by your ankles. It's an area where you're not going to want to get on your hands and knees, so they open it up to belly or chest level on the outside depending on your height, so it's easy to get to. Plus, how you can use this all the time. You can keep your outside spatulas, your picnic table covers, your little picnic table cover clips, all that stuff out here. Citronella, you know, bug spray, sunscreen, blah, blah, blah. If you want to add an extra TV, you've got an outside TV mount and hookups up here. And then you notice as we start looking up, the Wi-Fi Ranger! No silver bullets included, but the point here is that basically this camper has, the most simplest way I can explain it, is a built-in router or signal booster access point. So you can hook your camper up to the park Wi-Fi. Then this acts like a local Wi-Fi signal booster so that you can get better usage, more consistent usage with your phone. And if you hop from site to site, especially places where you visit frequently, the camper will auto reconnect to the park Wi-Fi and your phone will auto reconnect to the camper when it's powered up. So it's just simpler and easier. It's all getting better. Speaking of looking good, the interior of these Rockwoods continues to not disappoint. These are sharp. Again, if you're looking for that, this is the last RV I'm going to own. I might spend some extended time in it, but it might bounce around from place to place. Just what a perfect rig for that description. You can, again, I really highly recommend you visit our website to see the ones that we have in stock. This is how we like to bring them in quite a bit, with the maple wood tones, the mocha decor, the wood print flooring, although there's different options. There's 3 different decors for fabrics, there's 2 different decors for woodworks, there's 2 different options for flooring. So there could be another virtually equipment identical Rockwood out there that is, you know, completely different looking, to the point that you would think, man, is this another brand of camper? No, it's just a totally drastically different decor. So again, always visit our site or call our guys to verify that the one we have in stock is the way you want it. Like for instance, we usually build these with the larger 15,000 BTU air conditioner instead of a standard 13.5. However, you know, there's different ways you can equip the air systems on these, and sometimes depending on sometimes we'll dual build a floor plan. We might build like 2 3029Ws here at our store, like one for a northern climate, one for a southern climate. It just sort of depends on the goal of each model that we're looking at. Let's work from the top down because there's a lot to cover in these. I do like this. That's not a skylight. That's actually a LED ceiling light fixture. It's just got a killer great look to it. But that over there with the sunshade on it, that is a skylight letting in all that extra ambient light. Now you notice this thing lights up pretty nicely. I mean, just to give you a contrast, you can really light or darken this thing up quite a bit. That's a big thing with Rockwoods. They are, well, they're known for really having the most lights per square foot of like any brand within their category. Now, there are a few other very nice brands, and I've mentioned some of those names previously in my video, that are working to try to usurp that title. But they're, again, every brand is good in different ways. Now, this floor plan has changed pretty significantly. Over here, this used to be like a sofa, and these were recliners in the back. You used to have the dining table there with the entertainment center on the left of the frame. So the 3029W, the interior furniture arrangement has changed drastically, and I think it has changed much for the better here in the 3029W, because now we've got this dual reclining wall-hugging theater seat directly facing our entertainment center, so we don't have the neck crank issues. And again, look at the touches Rockwood does. It's all about touches with these guys. They're willing to, like, there's a lot of guys that have a theater seat, so Rockwood takes it up a notch. They make theirs, you know, with the extra little storage pocket. Plus, you've got these extra little swing out stands on both sides that you see you actually have heated massaging end seats on these like a luxury fifth wheel. And there's even a, oh, that's right, you need one, I forgot, you need 110 power for these. Some are 12 volt power, this is not one of them. There's even LED inlays on that. But you also have a pair of just standard cup holders here. So there's a lot of guys that have a theater seat like this. And there are other brands that have this exact same theater seat, but not in a half-ton towable ultralight travel trailer. Not until you get up to those luxury fifth wheels again will you get all of those features in a theater seat. But again, Rockwood is not the price-sensitive ultralight. I promise you, you can find a less dollar lightweight out there. It ain't going to have all the equipment of this Rockwood. This has a vaulted ceiling. I don't use a trick lens. This is a 2.5-inch vaulted ceiling. It helps just the trailer just opens up. It feels brighter. It feels more airy. You can breathe in here. It also helps reinforce the fully laminated aluminum frame structure up top. Everybody knows that an arch is stronger than a flat roof, basically. Double arched inside and outside means that you also have equivalent insulation across the length of the roof, so you don't get those condensation lines along the side walls. Notice too, they don't waste any storage on these. I also like these new lights I noticed. I was looking at it and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I get it, you can turn it, and then I realized, oh, you actually just, the whole light is a little click thing. That's pretty slick. Day-night shades, A lot of people were ordering their Rockwood Ultra series that way, so Rockwood said, fine, we're just gonna standardize that and make that happen. Now again, your entertainment center, that huge TV, is directly across from the theater seat. You got your sound bar below, your IRV entertainment system there, which is app enabled, by the way. You can get the free IRV app for your phone, Android, iPhone, whatever, and you can turn your phone into a Bluetooth remote control for your stereo there. And I like how a lot of brands have gone with this wider, this big long fireplace has just become the big deal this year. This has become a really big deal all of a sudden. Everybody wants that wide fireplace. But what I like here is above the outside kitchen, they gave you this easy access bonus storage compartment up here. The other thing I like is I can get to the TV. Like if I want to put in I've got an Amazon Fire Stick at home. If I want to bring that with me, pop! I can pop that in there. I can link it up to the Wi-Fi Ranger system that piggybacks off the park's Wi-Fi, and bang! I've got all my entertainment. I can do my Netflixing right here. This is also awesome for entertainment storage and just anything. I mean, anything. Like someone's going to say, why did they put that in there? Why not? You know, it's just extra separate storage. But you still have this huge compartment over here. You know, it's still very malleable. There's still different things you can do with it. And when you're going down the road, built-in travel lock, so the TV's not going to flip-flop going around here. Now, your dining table does have an extension leaf that I do have out currently, and that's part of the reason I have the chairs so different on one side of the table to the other. Because without the extension leaf, you better know each other. You're gonna have to get cozy if there's more than one person on each side of the table. But with the extension leaf, wow, look at that. Suddenly 4 adults can sit there. And Rockwood actually does one of the best jobs I've seen with their floor flush slide outs. They're actually floor flush, which is not really common in the business. So I've actually got the legs of that chair right there technically sitting outside of the slide out. I know it's on the slide out carpet flap, but it's not actually within the slide. And you'll notice that it sits there, not all kittywampus and crooked. So 4 adults can really sit at this thing. Now, when I sit down here in the rear Trifold sleeper sofa, which I should have talked about sooner, you will notice this is a great way to see those big dual opposing slides and the wide open living space that this grants you. Now, the island, well, not island, I guess peninsula, gives you plenty of room to sort of belly up to the bar. I like that they leave that toe kick under it right here. There's plenty of appliance hookups. I really like the peninsula over an island, actually, because it gives you more countertop space, more prep space, more storage space. And that's what's great about these, because you've got an extra chunk of storage here and countertop space in this area that an island wouldn't be able to offer. Plus you have that storage pocket still under there. So that's a real tile splash around there, which is funny because it's just kind of there to be decorative because they don't need it for like water splash or anything. You've got appliance outlets all over the place. This is a very well executed kitchen. Solid surface countertops with a recessed sink, and that is a flush mount counter or a flush mount sink cover. And you notice a recessed flush mount stove. This has I mean, you've got a dramatic, let me do like a drone style, you know, missile strike pass through on this all over here. You've got an incredible amount of countertop capacity with this thing. The cabinetry, when you go to the maple decor that we're looking at, the maple wood tones anyway, you actually do get true maple hardwood doors, not just like a generic whatever wood we can get our hands on. I'm glad they put the sticker on there. I forgot to talk about this. Rockwoods have, what, 45% bigger microwaves or something like that as compared to industry standard. So instead of a 0.9 cubic foot microwave, this is a 1.3 cubic foot microwave like you might actually have on your countertop in your house. You can actually put a real dinner plate in that. It sounds like, why am I going, oh wow, why am I talking about this all excited like? Well, because that's not normal. That is a shockingly uncommon thing, that bigger microwave. Also, compared to last year, compared to the Ultra Vs and the Ultralites, we now have an 8 cubic foot fridge freezer. This has a bigger refrigerator and freezer than it had previously, 33% bigger. So bigger fridge, bigger microwave, more counter space, pantry built right into the slide out. Ooh, hello sunlight. So there's no wasted space here. I mean, they've nailed this thing. They've really done a number on this. By the way, before I forget, these little stands over here, those are removable. You want to take those out, you can. I think we're moving up to the bathroom here. Yep. I like that the control panel is right by the door when you walk in, by the way. So you want to turn things on, off, whatever. You can handle it all right here. Your tank heaters also. You've got your tank heater switch right here. And those are 12 volt. That's the other cool thing about these. This has 12 volt tank heaters. So if you are in transit and you're going from A to B and it's cold in between, you can keep your tanks from freezing up while you're in transit when you don't have heat getting forced into your underbelly. So you notice you've got the larger split open shower here in the bathroom. You may also notice as we look up top, you've got the bigger Maxxair Vent Fan up top. Now that has the roof vent cover built right onto it. So you have just awesome airflow in here, which is one of the reasons that they purposely slot the door so that if you want to open some windows in the living room and turn on this fan, you'll enjoy a 6-mile-an-hour breeze through your camper. Dedicated in the bathroom linen space is something Rockwood has done for years, and I think it's one of the areas where it's made this brand truly the success that they are. Now, this lower door is not a cabinet door. You may notice that extra hinge on this side. It's not an accident. They didn't screw up. That is done on purpose. This keeps the grandkids away from messing with things like your water pump or your winterization bypass. Rockwood's made it so that you have to go out of your way to get to it on purpose so that little hands, guests, can't screw with it or mess it up. The foot flush stool, plenty of leg room around it here. Always gets the job done, crowd pleaser. And this is a recessed stone cast sink. And this is deceptively deep. You don't realize how big and deep this is, until you start looking at this. You can hear the difference between a plastic composite sink that, hot water can't stand up to, and this thing. This is crazy overbuilt, but that's Rockwood all the way through. This can withstand it. This is rated for up to 500 degrees. You're never going to put that kind of heat in here, but that's what Rockwood does. And also, the little detail stuff here. Like you see the sponge holder, or the soap holder as it were. They're actually including a towel rack, the little toothbrush mounts and stuff like that. That's the extra stuff Rockwood does. Again, it's the touches with these guys, but the touches mean the big differences. I mean, the best way I can describe so many things is like humans and apes. We share something like 97% of the same DNA. But look at what a difference 3% can make. Those little touches, they make the difference. So, something I want to look at up here. Like this RV has been equipped with one air conditioner. You can probably get this built with 50 amp service and put a second AC on it. Here in the Midwest, that's not likely how we're going to have them in stock. We can build one for you any way we want, and who knows? Sometimes we'll run out of these, and we'll call Rockwood, and we'll say, I don't care what you have, how it's built, you have to get it to us. We can't sell from an empty shelf, because we're not, we like to have things here. We believe that we can't sell it if you can't see it. We want you to see it, because this is a big investment. We don't expect you to buy it without seeing it. But notice, with the bigger air conditioner and the good insulation bundle on any Rockwood every single day of the week, and they have a double AC run, so that you've always got great airflow in here. Ooh, this video's going long. Up here, full bedroom slide. Again, half-ton towable camper with a full bedroom slide. Now, what we're looking at right here is a 60 by 80 Serta True Queen. So it's a very much better mattress than what you typically find out there. This is king capable, however. If you want to put a king bed in one of these, you can. Understand, though, you have to sacrifice these little side stands to do that, although you won't lose your outlets. Those are mounted beside the bed, not in the bed box. The bed itself is on an easy lift. There's actually twin drawers below it that pull right out for storage, but I like pointing out the fact that they went with a full deep slide, a full 3-foot deep bedroom slide instead of just a shallow bed slide, which they could have done, but the extra floor space it gives you. I left the dresser drawers open on purpose to show you how much floor space there still is even when the dresser's open. So you don't have to sit on the bed to open the dresser. You can just use it like normal, like at home. Notice that even these are full plywood boxed, full extension drawers, full roller glides, everything. TV hookups over here in the corner, but I love that big bed breeze window right there. Plus you've got that vent above. And again, they just didn't waste anything. But this is one of the coolest uses of a V-nose concept I've seen. The symmetrical front, sort of, I don't know, his and hers closet, if you will. The front V closet. You've got twin hanging rods, twin extra shelves, twin everything. And this little hutch that we're getting ready to look at right here, this little stand, if you will, that's where your propane tanks hide underneath. but it creates an extra shelf inside. Very handy for like shoes or quick access stuff, so you don't get on your hands and knees constantly. You know, the slide out here on these Rockwoods, the ventilating windows so that you can get some good airflow in here. I mean, they've done it all. That's what Rockwood always does, though. They say, okay, what's everyone else doing? Okay, what else can we do? Okay, let's do all of that, and then let's figure out 2 or 3 new things that we can also apply to this thing. Man, the lights in this thing, look at that. It just makes the wood come to life. So, give us a call. 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.